Alright, this is section 2.2, continuing trying to graph this function. In the last video I was saying that the y-intercept, you know that x is going to be equal to 0. So that means that this right here will have an ordered pair of 0, comma, -3. So we can go ahead and plot that point. So right here on the y-axis, they have a y-intercept. And then I'm going to look at this number right in front of the x. That's going to be my slope. And we know that slope is rise over run. So I'm going to put this over 1. Because this is a positive number, we're going to go up. If it was a negative number, say if it was -2, we would go down. So we're going to go up since it's positive. So we're going to go 1, 2, up, and then over 1. So then our point's going to be right here. And the last thing we need to do is we need to draw a straight line between these 2 points. Okay, and then there's our graph of 5y minus 10x is equal to -15. Now let's look at this graph. It says find the slope of the line in the graph below. So number 1, I'm going to get the y-intercept, which is right here. Looks like that is 1, 0. Or sorry, a 0, 1. And then I'm going to get another point that's easy to locate. So I wouldn't pick this one right here because that's almost halfway between 3 and 4 right here, and looks like it's just a little bit above or below -2 or above -2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this point right here. Notice that's at 4 and -2. So we have the order pair 4, -2. So it doesn't matter which one I label as x1, y1. We'll go ahead and say that this is x sub 1, y sub 1, and this can be x sub 2, y sub 2. So slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So y sub 2 is -2 minus 1. 4 minus 0. So this is -3 over 4. Okay, so our slope for this line is -3 over 4. Okay, identify the slope and the y-intercept of the equation y equals 4x plus 12. Now, in order to do that, we need to make sure that this equation is in y equals mx plus b format, which basically solve for y, which it is. So all we have to do is look at the number right in front of x. That's going to be our slope. So our slope is 4. And then the constant, that is our y-intercept. Now if you want to put it into an ordered pair, this would be 0, 12. Now let's look at one that's not already solved for y. So same thing, look for the slope, look for the y-intercept, but now it's 3y minus 9x equals 6. So what we need to do is we need to take this equation here and first set it equal to y. So I'm going to add 9x to both sides. So 3y is equal to 9x plus 6. Then I'm going to divide each term by 3. So I'll get y is equal to 3x plus 2. Now this is in y is equal to mx plus b format. So the number right in front of the x is going to be our slope. So m is 3, and our y-intercept is going to be 2. Now if you want to put that into an ordered pair, it would be 0, 2. Okay, now let's talk about a point slope formula. So you're given a point, so some ordered pair x, y, and we'll call it x sub 1 x sub 1, comma, y sub 1. So you're given some ordered pair, and you're also given the slope, so some number. Then if you're trying to find the equation of a line and you are already given those 2 points, or those 2 items, the point and the slope, then use this formula right here, y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. You plug and chug into that formula and you simplify it down to y equals something, and then you'll have an equation of a line. So like this one, they give us that the slope is 4 passing through the point 2, 5. So we'll say that this is x sub 1, y sub 1. So we'll use our formula, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m x minus x sub 1, and they're trying to find the equation of a line. So y minus 5 is equal to 4x minus 2. Okay, so y minus 5 equal to 4x minus 8. Add the 5 to both sides. So y is equal to 4x minus 3. And then there's the equation of a line given the slope being 4 and going through the point 2, 5. Find the equation of a line passing through the points -1, 6 and 4, 3. So unlike the last problem, we have to do one more step. Here they gave us the slope and the point. Here they're giving us 2 points. So the extra step that we have to do for this one is to find the slope. So if we label this one x sub 1, y sub 1, and this will be x sub 2, y sub 2, and you can change those. It could be the other way around. You get the same exact answer. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so y sub 2 we said was 3 minus 6. Let me do that again. Over 4 minus -1. Be careful with that negative. So -3 over 4 plus 1, so -3 fifths. Okay, so now we have our slope. So now we can use the point slope formula, and it doesn't matter if I use this point or this point within the formula. Either one is going to come out to the same answer. So y minus y sub 1 is equal to m x minus x sub 1. So y minus 6 is equal to -3 fifths x minus -1. Y minus 6. Then I'm going to distribute this. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this 2 negatives right here. So that'll be -3 fifths x plus 1. Then I'm going to distribute this -3 fifths to this x and to this positive 1. And we'll come over here, and distribute that x, or sorry, that -3 fifths to both the x and to the positive 1, and you get a y minus 6 is equal to -3 fifths x minus 3 fifths. Then you add this 6 to both sides. And down here I'm doing scratch work right here. Okay, so -3 fifths plus 6 over 1, and then what I need to do is multiply that 6 over 1 times 5 over 5 just to get the decimals, not the decimals, the denominators the same. So I have -3 fifths plus 6 times 5, 30 over 5. So that is -3 plus 30 all over 5. So 30 minus 3, that is 27 over 5. Okay, so now get rid of my scratch work. So what we have is y is equal to -3 fifths x minus 27 over 5. And then there's our equation of a line. Make one little adjustment. That should be positive right there. Okay, so positive 27 over 5. So that should be our equation of a line for going through those 2 points. Okay, now the standard form of a line. Another way to represent the equation of a line is in standard form. So ax plus by is equal to c, where a, b, and c are integers. And the x and y terms are on one side of the equal sign, and the constant term is on the other side. Okay, so find the equation of a line in standard form with slope equal to -6 and passing through the point 1/4 -2. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to put it in to my point slope formula. I'll say x sub 1, y sub 1. So y minus -2, -6 for my slope, x minus 1/4. So y plus 2 is equal to -6. And I'll go ahead and distribute that. -6x plus, this will be 6/4. I'll go ahead and take a 2 out of the top and bottom, so 3/2. Subtract 2 from both sides. I'm going to do a little scratch work. So 3/2 minus 2/1. Multiply that, 2/2. So 3/2 minus 4/2. 3 minus 4/2 is -1/2. So y is equal to -6x minus 1/2. But it says put it in standard form, which means I need to move that 6x over to the other side. So let me erase my scratch work over here. Okay, so y plus 6x is equal to -1/2. And there's our answer right there. Okay, so let's talk about vertical and horizontal lines. So the equation of a vertical line is given as x is equal to some number. So c, and c is a constant. The slope of a vertical line is undefined, and regardless of the y value of any point on the line, the x-coordinate of that point will be c. Okay, so first of all, say we'll look at this one right here. X is equal to 2. So we're looking at this first graph right here. Now, it says that c is a constant, x is always going to be 2. The slope of the vertical line is undefined. Now, say I look at this point right here and this point right here. So this point is 0, 2. This point, no, it's not 0, 2. I was looking at the wrong thing. That point right there is 2, 2. And this other point down here is 2, -2. So if we do, we'll say y sub 1, or x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 1. So y sub 2 is -2 minus 2. And then I've got 2 minus 2. So the top will be -4, the bottom will be 0. Anything divided by 0 will be undefined. So any vertical line is going to have an undefined slope. So this is what this is talking about right here, undefined slope. Regardless of the y value, any point on the line, the x-coordinate will be the point C. So anywhere on this line, I'm going to move all my stuff. Anywhere on this line, here, 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 regardless of the y values are changing, but the x values are staying exactly the same. For every single point I have on this line, x will always be equal to 2 for this graph.